Hello and welcome to the podcast. Happy Falcon Paladin Hour Day, or Tuesday as I call it.
Yes, thank you for welcoming me to another Falcon Paladin Day on a Tuesday, number 300 and... Isn't it 89 now?
Oh
Is it
shit, did
88?
I not update that bit? Yeah, I might have
That
forgotten.
doesn't look like it.
I need to change the number. What's really annoying is if I change it right now, and I have, it won't update in the VOD, so I'm gonna have to fix it again later when I export the video.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
Come on, Twitch. Get your stuff together. You're owned by Amazon now. Pretend you're a big boy. That's what I say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It, weather is warming up. It's getting above
I was...
30.
I know. I was going to say, you look nice and toasty today. Got the sleeveless on? You're like, summertime. Let's go. Yeah, you're rocking it.
Hell yeah. It's definitely not just
Yeah.
because I have like fresh tattoos and don't want to wear my hoodie on like night
No,
one.
no. It's
Nope.
because it's summertime
It's
now.
because
That's
it's
the only
summer.
reason.
It's because it's
Yep.
summer. Because it's summer, I was given a mini fridge to put in this office.
Fancy, fancy.
That way I can have
Love a mini fridge.
all my drinks and my water and stuff just in here. And it arrived yesterday, and so I put a bottle in, or I put two bottles in to be like, oh, let's test it out, see how it goes. Wake up in the morning, have a have a nice glass of Pepsi Max for breakfast.
There you go.
Technically, I waited till like 8 o'clock. I didn't do it at 2 a.m. when I actually got up. But turns out on its highest setting, it will freeze things.
Whoa! A mini freezer. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So I picked it up, not realizing it was frozen, and it just started going shh because it didn't break the bottle. I'm like, oh crap! It's spraying water all over my keyboard. Well, not water, Pepsi. And so I'm like, oh, okay, get this into the bathroom, grab a towel, grab some cloth from the kitchen, come back, wipe it up. I'm like, okay, it's gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna finish opening it in the bathroom. Which, if you've ever opened something that's been completely frozen, well, mostly frozen.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so that was a stupid idea to do it in an enclosed space because I twisted the hair, the top off it a little bit more, and then the entire thing went bang. Like it was just enough, and every inch of my bathroom was covered in Pepsi Max ice.
Well, why do you think it was a bad idea to do it in there? Would it better to do it in the kitchen or living room or what? Or in your computer room? Like,
Outside,
come on.
let it defrost, and then just throw it away.
I mean, exploding it outside was probably a better idea. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, not on like the worst place, but
No.
not the best place either.
No. Of all the rooms, the bathroom is the most suitable. I would agree.
Okay. Got it.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you tried. Like when you first opened it, I was like, you're like, whoa, whoa, and you're like, let's finish doing this now. Yeah, that's I guess the questionable part of the story.
Yeah. So I've turned it down, and we're gonna see if it freezes the water I have in there this time, not a carbonated beverage.
Probably should. I mean, think about those. They give out heat, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Probably a lot. Yep.
yeah, so we'll see how that is in a couple months, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like another source of heat other than your computer, I guess.
Right.
We'll see.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So that's exciting.
I want to do an update from something I mentioned last week.
Okay.
So I told you I was getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And watching the pro scene from afar. Just
did.
like right after the podcast, Konami announced a new version of Yu-Gi-Oh! To appeal to what people have been calling Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomers. People who played 20 years ago. And so what they did was they took out a bunch of the new mechanics and unbanned every card, but gave a list of like 500 cards with point values. So if you want to take broken stuff, you have like a standard game is 100 points. So one really broken card might be 100 points, but some might be like 30, and you can take 3 of them if you want, right?
Yeah.
So just to fuck with me saying I would never touch it, they're like, hey, are you sure? Do you wanna give this a go maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Of all these old cards and all of the banned cards and stuff like that. But I was thinking about it, and then 2 days later, in true Yu-Gi-Oh fashion, the game format isn't even out yet, and they've had to update the points. They've been like,
Yes.
let's change this because people are like theory crafting broken things. So I am still enjoying
It's
it from afar.
Yu-Gi-Oh! They're never getting to a point where it's like, and it's a perfectly balanced game with 8 million cards.
Yeah.
We did it, everyone. Good job.
I know. I'm just.
It's funny they try. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, no, we need to balance this. Holy smokes. It's like, what do you think you're doing here? Where is Blue Eyes White Dragon? Is that considered a busted card or no?
That's fine. That's fine.
It's garbage.
I don't know that it's strictly garbage because I think it has support as an archetype in some cases.
Okay.
It probably functions as a dragon, and I think there are dragon decks. So,
Cool. Not useless.
not entirely useless, but it's probably considered exceptionally slow as a card, because it has no effects.
Right. Right. Just like in Hearthstone now. If you play something that has no effects, like, why are you doing that?
Right. It's like, why take a 1/1 when you can have a 1/1 with Rush? It's don't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why play a 2/2 when you can play a 1/1 with Rush?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
You can get a 2/2 with effects as well for 2. 2/2 for 2.
Yes.
Yeah, but okay, so I have found these videos of a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber doing interviews with Magic the Gathering interviewers and being like, look at this card, read its effects, have your mind blown by how broken it is, and then tell me if it was ever banned or limited, and they have to like try and guess. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching those, and that's gonna be how I get back into the game. I'm not planning on playing it, but you know.
Yeah. There's different ways to be involved. Sure.
Yeah. So.
Were the Magic people like, you think that's broken? Let me tell you a story about what happened 5 years ago.
No, they definitely think it's broken and stupid. Right?
Okay.
They keep being mad that Yu-Gi-Oh treats its graveyard as a second hand. Like, there are so many things that you can basically pull stuff out of your graveyard. And on top of that, not only do they have a main deck, they have an extra deck. So you have your main deck, your extra deck, your graveyard, and then because the graveyard wasn't really a graveyard, they invented the like a banished pile, and then they made cards that interact with the banished pile. So they had to then start making cards that specify when you banish something, you can banish it face down, which means it can't be searched in the banished pile. Like, it's ridiculous. And
that's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Good grief.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. That's good.
So that's what I've been doing with my spare time.
Excellent. Yeah, it's interesting being catered to when you're an adult for stuff that you liked when you were a kid.
Yeah, I mean, doubly weird with Yu-Gi-Oh because it's all still censored for kids, and it's like the average player is 35. You know.
Yeah. Like maybe we should update it a little bit. No kid is playing this anymore.
Yeah. No. Which. Maybe that'll crash the Yu-Gi-Oh market bubble and all the cards costs will come way down because eventually we'll start dying and we'll get bored and have kids and they won't want to play it, you know.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
They'll have their own card game.
Well,
they'll
have Pokemon. They'll have Pokemon.
They'll still have Pokemon? Probably. Nintendo's not going anywhere.
Pokemon is still loved by kids. I don't know that they play the game, but they collect.
Yeah, or they play the video games.
The video game. At the very least, Pokemon has good video games and like other media.
I don't know if the latest. I mean, it's the one that just came out. Violet something.
I don't know. Latest Pokemon.
I don't
know. What was the latest Pokemon game? Pokemon Friends.
It's not what I was thinking of.
No.
I'm behind.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was 3 years ago at least.
There you go. Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. I just, like, my kids got it because they're Pokemon people, and they're like, this is poorly optimized, and the graphics are kind of garbage, and my player keeps falling through the ground, and kind of weird and not very fun sometimes, and I'm like, how do you, like, screw this up so bad, dudes?
That's fair.
It's not that hard. Yeah.
So the new
made $800 billion as the Pokemon franchise. Put some money in this game.
Right. So the newer games are a little rough.
Yeah.
I definitely love hearing about bugs in their pro scene. Like, I think the move String Shot had to be banned, which it's a move that like a level 1 Caterpie knows, like the weakest bug Pokemon you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it has some bug effect on only a handful of moves, and string shot happens to be one of them. So from their pro scene, they had to ban string shot. It's very funny.
That is funny.
But they do have a roster of good games that you can go back and play, like Original
Right.
Red or Fire Red. Even they're good games. They're still good games.
Totally. Yeah, they've got good stuff. I mean, it's a catalog that goes back 25, 30 years now. So yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Nintendo's kind of getting some pushback these days with
Mm-hmm.
like higher prices and pricing a combined Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 re-release at like $80. It's like, you guys, these games are 20 years old. What is wrong with you? And like, we are Nintendo. We can do whatever we want. People will buy it. It's like, you're right.
You're right.
But people are still mad about it.
People are mad, but they still buy it.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. I just wonder if the pushback will get enough to the point that it will hurt Nintendo.
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
It'll just become normalized.
Hmm.
It's like DLCs and microtransactions. People were mad, but they bought it, and now nobody thinks twice. Average cost of games is going up. Everyone's mad every time a new game comes out. Like Borderlands 4 was $110 in Australia. It's like an $85 video game in America or whatever. And like people are mad, but they bought it.
Yeah, I mean that's right. That's one aspect of this, right? Is charging more, and we've talked about this before. Like games in 1995 were also $50, and it's like for some reason we all decided for about 50 years that like video games should cost $50,
Right.
and then all of a sudden the gaming industry is like, wait, why are we doing this? Why is this how this works? And then they're like, we can charge more for video games, and people will still buy them. Hooray!
Yeah.
So that's one thing, but I mean, just a re-release of something.
Yeah.
Like the Mario Galaxy thing is incredible.
Right.
That's all.
I will say the Call of Duty games on Steam, if I recall, are still $60, like from 20 years ago. Those aren't even remasters. They're just the games as they released.
Activision, everybody.
Yeah, Call of Duty 2 came out in 2006. It's currently 23 Australian dollars. It's on sale 25% off. It's normally 31 Australian. World at War, same price. Black Ops Cold War, which came out 2 years ago, is $30. So a game that came out 2 years ago and a game that came out 19, same price.
Right.
Yeah. Advanced Warfare is normally $95. That came out in 2014 and is 67% off at the moment. Get it while you can, guys. It's a great deal for a shit game.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, that's where I'm reading this.
So it's Steam sale right now.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, Steam. I don't have time for you.
Nope.
I'm playing Dawn of War.
Yeah. Multiple simultaneous deep strikes. That Dawn of War? Or you're not up to it? Never mind.
Doesn't sound familiar.
You'll get that.
No.
Are you enjoying
We
it?
want to talk about Dawn of War? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, again, 2004 RTS. I didn't know it existed. People would come onto the stream earlier this year and be like, play Dawn of War. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Okay. And then I got battered enough, and I Have the Goat just bought it for me. And I was like, fine, I'll play Dawn of War. And then when I learned it was Warhammer, I was like, all right, fine. I know what Warhammer is. Warhammer is fine. And I think it's nice that I'm playing it now rather than like back in 2004 when I didn't know what the hell Warhammer was and anything about it. And now I know what Warhammer is and I have context for things. And they could be like, here's a chapter librarian. And I'm like, I know what that is. He doesn't check out books. No, he's a sanctioned psycher. Hooray!
Okay. Actually, for a moment,
no, they do check out books.
Librarians are in charge of recording the chapter's history, so they do write and pen books and maintain a actual library stack. It's probably the Dave word. It's not a book per se, but you know.
That's what historians do. It's not a librarian. It's a different word. Anyway. Yeah. I'm just mostly entertained by the fact that they introduced this librarian guy, and he doesn't do anything. He's just like hanging around and being there, and he's like, I'm great friends with you, Mr. General. I don't know what his position is. He's some general guy. He's a space marine, but like he's in charge somehow. Chapter
Chapter Master? Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
And like, we're the best friends. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, oh,
And then, like, 2 missions into the campaign, it's like, and now a Chaos Space Marine Psyker is whispering things to him. And I'm like, well, that's not going to go well. And then, like, 2 missions later, it's like, yes, I will take the power for myself. And I'm like, dude, it's been like 2 hours. What's your problem? And then the next mission, it's like, the chapter master's like, I must kill my best friend. He has fallen to chaos. And then the next mission, he's dead. And I'm like, that was the fastest. Like, here's a guy, falls to chaos, killed, the end, I've ever seen.
So you're probably talking about Gabriel Angelos as the chapter master of the Blood Ravens?
Yes. Yeah, okay. And then what's his name? Then his buddy, the librarian. It's a weird name.
I mean, I'm looking for it. It's not easy to find.
Like, Ibram something weird.
Ibram Gaunt. I don't see it here. Freaking wikis. Just be useful. Azaria Kaez?
No.
Kairos? Yeah, it says here. Former chapter master and chief librarian Azaria Kaez, who'd become a pawn of chaos. There you go. Azaria.
Not really.
No?
No.
Oh, interesting. Maybe he's got another librarian friend who becomes a pawn of chaos. He's got 2.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Are you kidding? This happens all the time. Honestly, when they introduced the librarian, I was like, about an 80% chance he falls to chaos. Son of a biscuit. What is his name?
Azaria Kaez was the former chapter master, so it's not this guy, but it happened twice. Okay. That's why I'm getting this mixed up.
I have this.
You got this.
I got this. Yeah, the mission's called Old Friend. You must destroy Isidore.
Okay.
Isidore is the librarian that, like, seriously, falls to chaos in about an hour. And, like, it's very funny because he's like, he shows up at the chaos camp and he's like, what's up, dude? Let's do this thing. I'll take this power. And then he takes it and he's like, I have the power. I will kill you now, Chaos Space Marine, and be in charge. And the Chaos Space Marine's like, you fucking idiot. And he goes, zap. And then he's like, And I'm like, dude, what did you think was going to happen? And then he's like, begging for his life. And I'm like, you just said you were going to kill this dude. And then he's like, no, you're not. And then you think he's going to spare you. It was the most ridiculous. He's the dumbest Chaos Fallen character I've seen in my entire life. That's all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not played Dawn of War.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So,
Have you played any of the Dawn of Wars?
I think I've played a little bit of Dawn of War 2.
Okay.
But, like, it's I find RTS to be, like, one of the hardest genres to jump back into when you go to play an old RTS, a game that just doesn't feel like a modern game. There's so much to get used to, and I could not do it. So I just was like, I can get this through the memes. It's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I found it to be kind of slow.
Okay.
Like, the way... So, it's basically got minerals and gas, right? It's supplies and it's power. But they're blue and they're green, and my brain goes minerals and best being gas, right?
Right.
But the way you get minerals is you capture, like, resource points on the map. Like, you don't harvest anything. You just, like, send a squad of Marines over. They, like, pray at it. They put up a flag. Donk. It's like, now you get resources from this thing. And I'm like, okay. But it takes forever. And especially if it's already controlled by an enemy faction, you have to go there, pray at it while it takes down their flag for, like, 90 seconds. And then continue praying at it for another 90 seconds while the flag goes up. And I'm like, all right, I have places to be with these Marines. And it takes a whole squad. It takes like 10 Marines to do this. And I'm like, I could be fighting right now. I could be attacking another base, but they have to be right here because I need more money. Yeah, it's just the pacing is weird.
Yeah, I believe
That's all.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That is another issue. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone can shoot while moving, which I find interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because in StarCraft, it's like some stuff can, Cyclones can, and they're like really good because they can shoot while moving, but
Right.
not like Void Rays can, right?
Yeah.
But everything can. So like you just walk into a base and everyone's just like hip firing the whole time, like blah, 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 blah. And they do get more accurate if they stop and fire, which I appreciate. Like that's how this works.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you can just walk into a base being like, "What's up, everyone?" Blah, 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 blah. But everyone's just shooting and firing the whole time as they're on their way in.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird feeling to do that after having played StarCraft for so long. Yeah, it's fun. The orcs were a lot of fun. You are fighting orcs first.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just great. The voice actors for the orc characters are very funny, and they didn't really bring in the whole like if orcs believe something enough it becomes true aspect of orcs.
No.
They're just there to fight and wog you, and they had a giant armored elephant they attacked me with. That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like an orc thing to do. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is great. Upgrades matter so much. Like you take a squad of Marines that don't have, there's an upgrade for accuracy and range and an upgrade for armor and health.
Okay.
And like if you don't have those things, your Space Marines can't beat anything. Like they die to everybody. But then if you do have the upgrades, they just crush. It's like the biggest difference between, I mean, I guess it's kind of the same way in StarCraft, right? If you've got 0/0 lings versus 3/3 lings, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fun.
Is it hard to get these like upgrades? Like, does it take you many resources? Like, what's the trade-off here?
Yeah, I mean it's like 150 minerals, 100 gas for each. I know it doesn't mean anything to you, right? It doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean that's the thing. At the early stages of a game, that's a lot because your resource acquisition rate is so friggin' slow.
Right. You're only got 1 or 2
but when you have 5 or 6 acquisition points, it's not a big deal anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, again, same thing for StarCraft. If you have 5 bases, getting an upgrade is cheap as free.
Yeah, that is true. Yep.
But getting double upgrades in the first 3 minutes is you're sacrificing stuff to do that. Yeah. Yeah. And in the expansion of Dawn of War, which came out the next year, they let you play as Imperial Guardsmen.
Oh, yeah.
As a playable faction. And it's literally just like, here are a bunch of dudes. A lot of them are going to die. Throw them at the enemy. I was like, all right, I appreciate this. This feels accurate.
So there's another strategy game for Warhammer called Gladius. And it's a little bit more of a 4X, but not a huge deviation. And when you play as the guardsmen in that, you can make commissars as heroic units, right? Like and you can actually shoot your own guys and like kill a guardsman to boost the morale temporarily of all the others.
And you're like, yeah, it's about that's how it is. That's how this works.
That checks out.
Yeah, that's the opening cutscene of Dawn of War. A commissar shooting a guy in the back of the head as he's running away from a battlefield. It's great.
I believe it.
Yeah. And then he disappears. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah?
You start out kind of playing as the commissar on this planet that orcs have invaded.
Okay.
But then, like, he's involved in all the meetings at first with the chapter master and everybody. But then, like, he disappears. Like, I don't think
he just stops showing
dies.
up.
He just gets, like, shoved out of the meetings. They're just like, we don't need you anymore. We've got an inquisitor here now.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
There's actually a good moment where the chapter master, he called Exterminatus on his home planet prior to this game.
Yep.
Because, corruption and chaos had run so deep.
Sure.
And so this Inquisitor shows up on the next planet, on Tartarus, with the orc invasion, and he's like, something's going on here. And the librarian turns, and the Inquisitor is like, ah, shit, I thought it was you, Chapter Master. Because it either takes someone who's corrupted or, like, incredibly strong-willed to order Exterminatus on their own home planet. And so I came here and I sensed the taint of chaos and I thought it was you, but it was actually the other guy. Sorry. He admits he's wrong, and I'm like, holy crap, dude. Inquisitors never do that. This guy's very interesting inquisitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, very fun.
Ugh. Cool.
That's it. Rant.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. You're, would you be interested in playing Dawn of War 4 when it comes out, given that it's just been announced?
Maybe.
Because you can skip 3. 3 is apparently very terrible.
Noted. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to let people play it, and then if it's also terrible, then no, I won't play 4.
Well, it's Unreal Engine 5 game. I don't know what it's
The seal of quality in 2025.
Well, minimum requirements for the game says a 64-bit processor and an operating system.
Woo!
So anyone should be able to play it. I'm going to assume that the game's just been announced and that is not final. Especially,
no, probably not.
Yeah. Very funny, though.
Yeah, that's great. They're like, if you have a toaster, it'll be fine. Yeah, good. Did we want to follow up on the StarCraft 2 patch thing? Because
we can do that.
We talked about what they initially suggested last week, and then almost immediately after, they were like, so here are some further thoughts.
Yeah. So we can do that.
Yeah.
I've got it up. It's the same link. They just updated the thing. So if you go to our chat, it's like right there.
No, because I went to the same link, and it's showing me exactly what we saw last week. There's nothing changed about it. That's weird.
Oh.
Here, let me try your link that you just sent.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, this is the one.
That's I sent that last week. Yeah.
Is it like a cached version?
I don't know.
Here, check this out.
When I open that, visit site. Yeah, it's the old one. What the heck?
Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've got
What's the difference in the
links.
URL?
I don't know.
No, it did it for you too. It's 5015.
The numbers are different. Yeah.
5015. But like the numbers
after article. Yeah.
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 What? I don't know how any of this works. Okay. Anyway.
Look,
new stuff.
I will say, just gonna throw it out, it's not important to the actual changes in StarCraft, but on all of the blue new ones, all the new stuff, the letter I is always capitalized. So Spire build time is SP capital I RE. Microbial Shroud, like at the bottom there, is MI, both capitalized. Don't know why. It's Mothership, the I in ship is capitalized for Protoss. There is no formatting, like, editorial going on. Like, they just hit send.
I don't have that. I see lowercase i's.
Oh, I'm gonna send you a screenshot. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
And then I'll actually just pop it open so I can show stream as well. Paste. Share screen. That'll be the way to do this. That one.
Yeah. Why is it that way for you but not for me? What the? Internet is broken today.
There. Oop, that's the screenshot. No, I don't want to say that. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. I see your screenshot, but when
I'm showing chat. That's fine.
I know. Weird.
Oh, what the? It fixed it.
So
So it says it in blue there, but now where my examples that I had last time are, what the hell? This game. It's not even a game. This browser. Piece of shit. Anyway.
Must be.
Yeah.
Strange.
Weird. Broken. Bugged. Who cares?
Broken. All right. So, yeah, we got new stuff.
The Spire build time is now reduced from 71 seconds to 66. They really want mutas out slightly faster. Will people do that?
Sure. Somebody will try it. Rogue will try it. Rogue likes mutas.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
He'll try it on ladder or in practice. Yeah.
I thought he went to military.
Back. I thought Rogue is back for military and he was kind of rusty.
Cannot keep this straight.
I know. It's hard.
Military is fulfilled. Yes. Okay. He is back and rusty. Yep.
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll do it.
Okay.
He'll do it in practice or on ladder or something and see what he can do with it. Sure. And some Terran's going to be like, Rogue showed up with mutas like 10 seconds faster than he was supposed to. What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Increasing the cost of microbial shroud, and you have to upgrade it again.
I guess that's a way to offset the fact that it now reduces all range attacks by 50%, not just air.
Yeah. Because we talked about how good that was last week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like, maybe it's too good. We got to nerf it a little bit. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
I'm okay with it.
Sure. I don't have a problem with it. Protoss. Mothership movement speed reduced from 2.83 to 2.22. So it's...
Again, I just want to say, I cannot remember the last time I saw a commentator say, man, Protoss sure won that game because the mothership was awesome. Like, just never a single time.
I've definitely seen motherships like being like, hey, I'm going to do a recall in your base and like have all my units be in two places at once. And it getting there slower, or maybe taking a couple of X from a spore or a missile turret, isn't the end of the world. But I don't think, like, it matters. Because, like, you've knocked it... It's slower and weaker. But like, it was already shit.
Yeah, it was already sneaking into your base.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't fast in the first place. Making it slower is not going to change anything.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. Disagree.
A bunch of new updates to Psionic Storm. The duration has been fiddled with, so it's no longer like 0.8 of a second or something, or because it was really long in the original version, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's going from 0.39956. Is that seconds? Is that game ticks? What is that?
Can't be seconds, because Storm doesn't last a third of a second.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's... what is
I don't know.
What is it then? Because it also won't last half of a second, and that's not an increase.
Right. Right.
Cool.
I don't know what that means. Moving on.
Yep. Radius is increased from 1.5 to 2.25. So they're big. But the storm period reduced from 0.07994. Why do we need this to 4 decimal places?
We don't.
0.39.
So wait. So they're talking about duration, period, and period count.
Yeah.
For Storm.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not one storm. It's a lot of little storms. What? How?
I'm going to assume going from 6 to 12 is ticks. So in a storm, you now get 12 ticks of damage, of 5 damage.
Okay.
And the period in which that tick, the time between ticks has been decreased from 0.79 to 0.39. That's what I think this means. So it's going to hit faster. I think this is the implementing a correct bit that I mentioned last week, where it just kind of wasn't working. And now this is, in theory, going to work better. Like, it'll actually hit properly.
Sure. I'll go with that.
Maybe.
I don't understand it.
I need to see some clips, but I haven't found any clips. So.
Really?
I mean, I also haven't looked, but
they put this out a week ago. Someone's got to have some clips. Yeah.
Like, I was on Reddit that day and every day since, and I didn't find anyone going, "Here's the new changes to Storm." It's weird.
Interesting.
It's weird.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just like negligible.
Yeah. Purification radius increased from 1.5 to 1.75. Ooh. Slightly bigger.
Yeah.
New Storm is OP, says Ultra. I need to
I
find
guess.
clips. I need to find
I
clips.
know,
then.
right? What'd you find?
Yeah, if you've got a clip ultra, share. Do share with the class.
They're talking about Purification Nova here, right?
Yeah, from
From the Disruptor.
Disruptor. Yeah.
It's not called Purification. Who are these people?
What is it called then? If it's not purification.
Purification Nova.
Did they just call it purification? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Let's not use the right names for things in the patch notes for our game, guys.
Yeah. So 7 days ago, I found a Reddit thread that has people just talking about it, but I'm not seeing any clips. So that's neat. It now does 130 damage over around something like 6 seconds against the former 80 damage over less than 3 seconds. Less instantaneous damage, but still a hefty DPS. More of a side grade than a downgrade now. Well, possibly a buff in itself. Okay, make up your mind, dear Reddit poster. Yeah. Okay, so someone there has done the math that it's technically doing now 130 damage over 6 seconds rather than 80 damage over 3. So you much more heavily penalized for standing in it.
Got it. But yeah. I mean, sure, whatever. That's always been bad. Like,
it's always been bad.
This doesn't change anything. No one's gonna be like, oh no, I can't just eat storms anymore. Like, it's so weird. So weird. I don't know why they're doing this.
It makes it better against stuff that has this in it. Like if you storm a siege tank, like 'cause it has to unsiege.
I can't remember the single last time I saw a Protoss storm a siege tank.
Storm drops, they're making that better then. Because it denies a mineral line for longer.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. I cracked the case.
Indeed. So yeah, back to Purification Nova on the Disruptor. They're just making it better. They nerfed the crap out of it in the last official patch, and now they're like, maybe we shouldn't make it suck as much. So they're trying some things. Yeah. It still doesn't one-shot a Marauder. They didn't change anything with the damage. It's a bigger radius, and you can shoot it more often, but it still doesn't do the one-shots it used to do. So they're just making it better without reversing the change.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't like the idea of it one-shotting everything, personally. I'm happy with that. Okay. Maybe this will see it get played more. I don't know. I feel like Protoss splash damage falls into one or two categories. Really good or not worth having, right? And the Disruptor is kind of like in the middle, where it's like, it's not worth having unless you land giant hits, and then it's better than everything. But if you can't land it, it's not worth having. But this maybe puts it somewhere towards playable, because you like it's more consistently reliable because you have more of them, right? Like a Colossus.
And it's bigger.
Yeah, and it's bigger.
Right. I mean, even if you're not getting hits with the Disruptor Nova, it still zones the enemy back. They have to fall back from that, or they have to split against it.
True.
So there's some value. It's not. I mean, it's not anywhere near actually killing stuff, but zoning has value.
Zoning has value, but why would you take that over a giant storm that now lasts 6 seconds?
Right.
If you
because it still zones if you miss. Right. Exactly right. Yep.
And Stasis Ward duration now reduced from 170 seconds to 90. I'm going to assume that's not a triggered Stasis Ward. That's a trap card. Like, that's when it's just invisible and waiting. Like, it only hangs around for 90 seconds.
That's got to be it.
Because they were not Stasis Ward for 3 minutes.
No. Feel that way sometimes, but no.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that needed to be changed. I don't really mind
I don't think so either.
If they throw down a Stasis Ward in the middle of the map and you go, oh, I ran into it because they put it there a minute and a half ago. You know?
Yeah.
I don't... okay.
Yeah.
Terran, the Viking cost has been undone for the Vespene requirement, so it's no longer going to 125.50, but it's just going from 150 minerals to 125 minerals. The cost of Vespene is staying the same.
Cool. Again.
Wow. I would love to know your reasoning, Blizzard.
Yeah, because like I said last week, I've never seen a game where it's like, oh, they sure need Vikings. Boy, they sure can't avoid or afford to make as many Vikings as they need to. If only they were cheaper.
Right.
It's never. Yeah. They're double pumping them off the starport they have anyway, and it's fine. Like I've never seen this be a problem. Cool. Liberator site reduced from 10 to 9. Don't care.
And then a bunch of bug fixes, like a lot of bug fixes, which we don't need to go through every time they fix the sound effects for Microbial Shroud or something.
No, we don't. I just find it interesting. I wonder if it's like they released this PTR and then like 20 people were all, hey, I have all these bug reports. They're working on StarCraft 2 today. I'm going to send these in. Yeah. And they'll have to look at them.
Yeah, so like one of these is fixed an issue where Mothership had a leftover redundant psionic tag. Cool. Did that need to be fixed? Like it, I don't know, I'm glad somebody looked at it and said, hey, let's just change that. But another one is fix an issue with psionic storm ticks where applying incorrectly, causing unintended reduced damage. Which, isn't that what we were talking about in the bug change? Like the actual unit change?
Yep, that's one thing for sure.
It's great. It's on here twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had a thought that if, the rise of Clem leads to some Terran-dominated years, I know how we can nerf Terran and make it fair.
Okay.
You build a barracks, a factory, or a starport, and you put down a tech lab first, and you have to research the unit first before you can build them. Except for Marines, obviously. Except for Marines.
Oh, okay. I was like, research your tier 1 unit. Got it.
I think just to slow everything down a little bit.
I would definitely slow everything down a little bit. Certainly would.
Yeah. That's my terrible.
That's your idea.
Unhinged idea of fixing the game. Yeah, it's great.
Deal.
Ship it. Anyway, that's StarCraft 2 changes.
It is. I want to say this one's a funny one. Fixed an issue where Ravagers would glide along the ground if told to move command after issuing a corrosive bile. Kind of want to try that.
I went to
so graceful.
I went to play StarCraft 2 this morning to play some co-op, and I launched Battle.net, and it's like, oh, StarCraft 2 has a patch. And I'm like, oh, please tell me they're not pushing that PTR live. Please tell me they're not pushing that PTR live.
Yeah.
And I loaded another game, and I went to co-op, and I hit look for a game, and it goes, one or more of the players in your party do not have the right version of the game to be on this region. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what is going on?
So I closed the game, reloaded it, and then it was fine. Like, I don't know what happened. Okay. I just somehow set my game to a different version.
Yeah, versioning issues. Plague upon all QA people everywhere. Yeah. That's funny. Well, I'm glad it worked out. As always, turning it on and off again fixes the problem 90% of the time.
Oh, faux show.
All right, cool. Time to talk about the Warhammer?
Again, yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about Warhammer again.
Again.
What did we read this week?
Did you drop the C on the Carcharodons?
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Carcharodons, Red Tithe by Robbie MacNiven.
Yeah. Did I spell it wrong? Is that what you're saying? Oh,
no, there's not a C.
So I spelt it wrong. Yeah, that's what.
Well, I guess if you drop the first letter of a word, I guess you're spelling it wrong.
Yeah, and there's also no space between by and Robbie MacNiven. Like, what the hell?
There is not.
What happened to me? What was I doing when I was writing that?
You were trying to podcast while typing, which is hard to do.
No, I had it done before, like, you called. Except, like, I had to fix the number in the episode number, but, like, that's...
Is the C been missing the whole time? I didn't notice that either when I looked down at the number.
Oh, yeah, no, it's been gone this whole time. We did not read Carcharodons. We read Carcharodons, guys.
There you go. Carcharodons.
Yeah. So this is a book where the space sharks fight the space Batman.
Yeah, sure. The Space Edgy Boys.
Space Edgy Boys. Um, what did you think? Because I really liked this book. I had to slow myself down to not finish it in like a day.
Is it because the Night Lords didn't just get their asses kicked constantly and were actually competent?
A little bit, right? Like that's nice. I like having a competent enemy, right? Like that's if they were shit, the book would probably be less good. But also because
Yeah.
the Carcharodons are neat. I think they're really cool, especially when like the thing they're doing is ostensibly the same thing that the bad guys are doing, and you're like, who's the real villains here? You know?
It's a good point. That is a question that the author wants you to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, when did the Carcharodons become invented? Was it for this book?
Ooh.
Kind of feels like they were invented for this book. The Robbie was like, you know what would be super cool? Is if there was this group of space marines who just floated out in space and fought evil, but they don't have a Primarch and they don't have a home world and they've kind of lost track of where they came from, but they're out there fighting chaos and Xenos
Tyranids.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Carcharodons. Deathwatch Honor the Chapter RPG book. When was that released? That sounds like an old title. 2013. So before Robbie got their hands on him. Because I think his
But it
first
was
book was like 2014. This book. So
okay. So somebody invented it for the tabletop, or
yeah, essentially.
okay, and then he was like, "That'd be a cool book," and so he did a book.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's usually how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty new anyway. I mean, the
Oh,
book's within a
yeah.
year of the creation of the Carcharodons. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
This is not like something that you'd find in the old Rogue Trader book. Yeah.
Right.
Looking at the list of sources on the Lexicana, most of the information comes from like the book we just read.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, this is like the prime source about Carcharodons.
Essentially, yeah. So there is White Wolf 101, which was excuse me, 1988.
What?
It would have been a
Oh.
very small reference, I think. If anything, it would have been like the kind of thing they did in Rogue Trader. The book is like here's like a cover page across both pages of like various chapters and like how you can paint them. Like the salamanders are in there with like orange tiger kind of camo paint, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they would have been in something like that because I can't imagine it them having a lot of like really solid lore before a lot of this book. Yeah, so
Yeah. Okay.
Warhammer 40,000 Compendium, which was 1989, they probably got more information there. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like a lot of it was probably just like there's a chapter called the Space Sharks and they like hunt in the deeps of the space and the Imperium doesn't see them for 10 years, right? They're sharks. Like it's the lore is not that deep. Their water is, but the lore is not that deep.
Not that deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it interesting too that they don't really know what legion they're from originally.
Yeah, they've forgotten that information. They've forgotten their founder.
Yeah.
They literally call him the Forgotten One. Yeah.
Right. And the lore goes they were like exiled from the Imperium and by their Primarch to like go off and hunt in space and do the will of,
To do
of the
crimes.
Void Father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out in space and you're exiled forever. Goodbye.
So who do you think their Primarch is?
I don't know. Because, I mean, they do the eat the person, get the memories thing.
Everyone can do that. Yeah.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Everyone can do that?
All the Space Marines can do that. Yeah.
Ultramarines do that?
Yeah. They can just, yes, they have omophagia glands just like everybody else.
Really?
Yeah.
How come I've only ever seen this from Blood Angels before?
Well, I mean, the Space Marines might be a little too proud to do it openly on the battlefield, but like the Blood Angels also have an overactive one, so they like really want to do it. You know.
Fair.
But yeah, all the Space Marines can do that. I think
Huh.
some chapters end up having like genetic mutations. Like I think it's the
Yeah.
Imperial Fists lost their ability to spit acid over time, and they just can't do that
Right.
anymore.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get that. There's
Yeah.
weird mutations in different ones, but I didn't realize that every Legion of Space Marine has the ability to eat the flesh of someone and gain their memories.
Yeah.
That's an interesting decision, right?
Yeah.
Like the Emperor's like, what'd be really neat for my that grown army to have is the ability to eat the flesh of their enemies and figure out what they were thinking. Like, all right, cool, dude. Interesting ability, I guess.
It's a real know thy enemy moment.
This needs to happen more often in the book, Somicron. Like, I need to see more people doing this.
Well,
Because I totally thought it was just the Blood Angels, and then these Carcharodons are doing it, and I'm like, oh, another chapter does it too. Maybe they're from the Blood Angels. Neat.
maybe
Nope, that's not true at all.
I believe all of them can do it. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do a quick Google for Space Marine implants, and that'll give me the exact name of which one it is. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's the omophagia. Omophagia. This implant is also called the Remembrancer. Allows the Space Marine to learn by eating. It is situated in the spinal cord, but is actually part of the brain. Neat. It is present in this organ, which has led to various flesh-eating and blood-drinking rituals for which the Stardies are famous. So, we read the Ultramarine book with Uriel Ventress, and they're like, we need to go get our edgy cousins to come help us with these Tyranids, and they were like cutting their hands and filling a cup and having visions.
And he was like, what the hell is going on? He wasn't like, oh, yes, I do this every Friday night.
Right. Well, the specific aspect of a blood ritual, probably not. But he did have a sip and like saw stuff, so that's him using it.
I thought that was just like warp magic stuff.
No, that was biology.
Okay. Well, but he's never like, yes, that's my very well-known ability that I have. He didn't seem like he knew what was going on.
Well, I mean,
I'm pushing back against this idea.
Look, he engages with it, whether or not he knows that it's the implant versus he suspects it's warpy bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know if the ritual's important to this bit or not, or if it's just because he's drinking another Space Marine's blood.
All right.
But as far as
I'm just saying, I just need more examples of a random Ultramarine or Salamander or someone iron or a fist being like, yes, it's time to eat the raw flesh of my enemies and determine what they were thinking. It doesn't happen.
Okay, this is interesting.
Okay.
So this is a 40k lore subreddit from the book Courage and Honor, which is a Uriel Ventress book, not one of the ones we read, I believe. What was it? I don't remember the names of the book. But apparently, eating Tau brains is considered taboo in the Ultramarines. So they might avoid doing it because they believe if they eat other people, they're bringing that into themselves and don't want to be considered tainted by that.
Okay.
So there's a reason why they're maybe not doing it.
Sure. But not doing it consciously and not really knowing you can do it are different things.
Well, they don't always have to teach everything. Like,
I guess not.
Yeah.
I just feel like the Ultramarines are methodical, completionist,
Practical,
like autistic assholes, right?
Like
you'd think they'd just be like, we have to know every single thing about ourselves to be the best warriors we can be. You know what I mean?
Look, I would love to see more books have it. Like, I would absolutely love to see it get used more often. But I don't want
think
to
it's
see.
way cooler if not everybody does it. If it's just the Carcharodons and just the Blood Angels and like Night Lords sometimes, it's like, all right, this is like a sign of some shared history and some stuff going on here. If everybody does it, it's not special anymore.
Ooh, okay. That's fair.
That's how I see it. That's all.
That's fair, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say.
I don't know. Well, that poor arbitrator, she's like, hooray, good Space Marines. They've saved me. And then they're eating a guy's throat. And she's like, ah, what is going on? And I was like, yeah, what is going on?
I mean, the moment that guy was like, listen, recruit, you've got your homophagia, don't you? Find out. I'm like, oh, I know where this is going.
It's just a very striking image to be bent over the body of your enemy and like tearing their throat out. It's
yeah.
It's
are we the baddies moment?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I learned something today. That's exciting. I'm still gonna read every book looking for instances where some other random legion is just like, yes, time to eat the body of our enemies to learn what they're doing. Like the White Scars are like, let's eat that guy's leg. All right, it's time.
Now, okay, the one thing I would say is the Blood Angels in the Blood Angel book that we read for the Horus Heresy has the guy like specifically eating the brain, because I don't think memories are stored in the throat, right? I think that's where this book falls apart. Well, that guy fell apart. You have to eat the brain, in my opinion. Now, if you're gonna eat your way from the throat to the brain, I'm more on board. But like, you can't just eat a leg.
This is magic bullshit anyway. Who cares?
I care.
Eating a brain doesn't do anything in the real world. Like, why are the rules of the magic requiring it be the brain? You can just get it from anything.
Because that's where the memories are stored.
You could ingest a piece of their hair, because hair grows out of the head, and that's where the brain is. Logic.
No, that's not logic. Because hair is not brain. Hair is not brain, Falcon.
That grows out of your head, Somicron. Clearly, the memories come from the brain,
so
the scalp, into the hair.
Dandruff comes from the top of the head. I'm not suggesting that they snort it like a line of coke, either.
It's as logical as anything else.
No, I think memories are in the brain. If you can eat body parts to gain aspects, eat the brain.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, once we've crossed the line of magic powers, it doesn't really matter what they do.
Oh, we read a Caiaphas Cain book where there was a Xenos that could do this. Not that that's relevant to if Space Marines should be able to do it or not, but there was a Xenos who could do it.
That's true. That is true.
Loud car driving past my house.
Yeah. And notice, it wasn't a Space Marine who could do it, so...
Yeah. Well... But he was a good Xenos, though.
Uh-huh.
He helped Caiaphas. It was fine. He was a good Xenos. He gets to live.
Best friends.
Yep.
Anywho. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the Carcharodons, they... Oh yeah, so your question was, who do I think their Primarch is?
Primarch is, yeah.
I mean, the implication is that they're Night Lords.
That's...
Like, there's some shared history there, at least.
The Night Lords are definitely like, wow, this is kind of like fighting ourselves. That's wild. Except they're completely silent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're the loudest... Okay, not the loudest, but one of the louder legions.
They're I mean, outside of the sound of gunfire, they're the loudest.
No, who are the...
The Noise Marines? Okay, yeah, that's a fair
Yes.
That's
yes.
They okay, yeah. Okay, sure.
Okay. Second loudest.
Second loudest. So the heritage is technically unknown, but there are hints that are given in this book. Like the fact that they have black eyes, right? There are 2 legions with black eyes, and I believe the Night Lords are one of them, right?
Okay.
So this is where I just give you some history. instead of directing you a book, which is
Mm.
during this Horus, well, just before the Horus Heresy, when Horus was like, I think he had turned. There's this story called, I think, Gate 16, where Horus has a bunch of legions, and he's like, hey, Raven Guard, the sneaky guys who do hit and run tactics and stuff, go take center place in a charge directly at an enemy wall. And Corvus Corax, the bird guy's like, that sounds really stupid. That's not how we should be employed. And he goes, Horus just goes, what are you, a chicken? Is that what kind of bird you are? Big cluck, cluck, cluck chicken?
Amazing.
And
okay.
so, as many of the legions had when they refound their Primarch, was they had a big rift between a new adopted culture of their homeworld and the Terrans who came from Terra, right? Like when the legions first spread out. So Corax was like, okay, I'm going to rid myself of a problem if I got to do that. And he put a bunch of Terrans just in the... He was like, if we want to go, all the Terrans will go. Because all the Terrans were like, Horus is great. We've been taking his orders for ages. So he's like, great, you guys go. And they pretty much got the shit kicked out of him because that's what happens, right?
Right.
Corax goes, I vow never to work with Horus again. I'll never be used like that again. And that's why he stays loyal during the Horus Heresy.
Because Horus is a dick. That's
Horus
amazing.
is a dick. But what did he do with his leftover Terran Marines who weren't vibing with the new culture? He exiled them to patrol dark space beyond the edge of the galaxy.
Like, literally?
Yeah, he exiled them.
So you're saying this is not a mystery at all, then?
So, we also read in the Uriel Ventures books, we met the Iron Warrior Honsu, who was of two gene seeds. So there is some evidence that these guys might be chimeric as well, right? Or at least a mix.
Right.
So these guys are probably Raven Guard and possibly something else. That something else is up in the air.
Night Lord.
Possibly.
It'd be weird to mix, though.
Yeah, it's you get the same chromosomes. Like it's the other option I think is World Eaters. Because they also are very angry, but they've managed to like master it and can like restrain it. Because they're very keen to get into like melee, but they can pull back at any moment. They also love their chain axes, which is a very World Eater-y kind of weapon.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's fun.
Officially, it's unknown, but there just happens to be this exiled group of Space Marines that, you know, we never heard of again in the Heresy. And these guys are exiles, but they've been that way for so long they've forgotten who exiled them.
Right. Yep. And they're like, every once in a while, we're like, should we go back to Imperial space and be like, hey, what's up? And they're like, nah, maybe someday.
Yeah. So when they do go back, they're like, hey, let's just go and pillage. Like they do a tithe. They just come and take what they want. That's what they do.
Well, but they always come back to this idea. They have a standing agreement with the leadership of this planet that was made thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, that we're going to come back every once in a while. We're going to take some people. It's just what we do. It's nothing personal. We don't hate you guys, but we got to replenish our numbers somehow. And so this is what we're doing. Yeah. It's not pillaging. They don't just show up at random planets and go, we're taking your people by.
This is this chapter, this company, like they're here. Where are the rest getting all of their stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think
maybe they have their own planets. I don't know.
Maybe they do. So, last week we discovered that this was actually a book in a series, and that series has short stories. Did you read the short story?
I don't think so.
No, I said it was, you know, extra credit. You didn't have to do it, right?
Yeah.
I did it because it was 35 pages long, right? Like,
right.
It was
short story.
It was very short, and basically it's the main guy. What's his name? Baal Shah. Come on, you know.
Yeah, I think it's Shar.
Shah. Yeah, he's like the company chapter, right? He's the Prime Reaper. It's his story of being kidnapped by the Carcharodons from this world, right?
Ah, okay.
And in it, there was like a full-on uprising where this world went traitorous, and they took all the kids, and then I think they killed everyone else on the planet because there's a footnote at the end from like an inquisitor who's like, gene scan verified, thought for the day, blessed is the
Yeah.
mind too small for doubt. All right,
Uh-huh.
being like, yeah, okay, so it's been a year. The uh the what's the cordon, like we're finally lifting the cordon, people can go back to this planet now. We're gonna redesignate the entire thing as a penal world though. So
Right.
it's kind of implied that if these Carcharodons had a deal with the people of this planet, they're like, that deal has been forgotten over so long because people have died, moved on, everyone has died. Nobody
Yeah.
remembers that, and so from their perspective, it's just the Space Marines turning up and being like, "Give us your kids."
Right. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who's the one arbitrator that survives the whole book? Rannick, I think is her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Carcharodons are like, we're here because of a standing agreement to take your people. And she's like, nope. And they're like, no, but really, we need to do this. She's like, can't do that. I need permission from my boss. And then after everybody else is dead, and they've taken all the Night Lords out, and the Night Lords have fled, they're like, we're taking everybody else who's left. And she's like, you know what? Deal.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah,
the
she's never like,
librarian.
there is an agreement. You're right.
Well, I mean, the librarian changes her mind. Like for it, it's like she
Yeah, but
she defies them, and everyone was kind of shocked that she did that. And then
yeah.
she was like, had the spine as he like took a step towards her and put two fingers across her face. I'm like, oh, he's just gonna kill her, which kind of makes sense given this guy's. But no, it's then like he took the fingers back and she was like, huh, his fingers were on me. I guess there was a reason for that. Oh well, what's that? You want access to the prisoners? Sure.
That's the end?
That was not the end. That was like 75%.
Yeah. Because yes, there's a couple times where she stands up to them, she has a spine.
Right.
But then I think at the end when literally everybody in charge, anybody who's not a prisoner is dead except for her.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And they're like, we're leaving and we're taking the prisoners, and she's like,
right.
like, it's over anyway, man. Like, sure, go ahead.
Well,
You know?
I mean, at the end, they tell her there's another one of the arbitrators in the chapel, and it's like,
Right.
hey,
Right.
you can go see that guy, and she goes there and gets shot. Maybe.
Well, he kills himself.
He kills himself, but then the Inquisitor finds her like barely alive in that pile of refuse. It's like the Space Marines did not like fix her. They're just like, oh, I guess she's dead.
Well, I thought I interpreted that to mean she just like gave up. She had seen so much horrific shit.
She's
and
laid down.
Everybody she knew she was dead. And this one last link she had to her former life commits suicide in front of her, and she's like, all right, it's over. I'm done. And she just lays down and
Died.
to die.
She just gets catatonic. Yeah, fair enough.
I think so.
That's fair. The way I read it was like he tries to shoot himself and like bullet goes through his head or something and hits her, and so she's
And
like
hits her.
unconscious.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Because when they
Also, she's had her mind messed with by like 3 different psychers in the last 3 days.
right.
She's not doing very well.
Right, but when the Inquisitor shows, or the Inquisitor, the interrogator, excuse me, shows up, it's like, oh, this one's barely alive, and it's like, is barely alive
Yeah.
because she hasn't eaten or because she was wounded?
Right. And it seems like maybe both, because it seems like she's there for a while.
Yeah,
So whether she's injured and starving to death, or just starving to death,
they give date stamps, don't they?
yeah, and it's a long time. Like there's these interspersing journal entries of this guy sent to investigate what the hell happened on this prison planet, and they show up after everybody's gone. The Carcharodons are gone, the Night Lords are gone, and they're like, "Is anybody alive here? There's a lot of bodies."
Right.
And then they find her, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the insinuation is that it's weeks at least.
I mean, we could work it out if I had the time and date stamps.
Oh,
I just like you'd have to search for that and be like, which ones are the relevant ones? Because they'll give you like 6 in the book.
Yeah. Because I think we can just search for like thought of the day, and then we can get
Oh yeah, that would be one way to do it.
red tithe, Carcharodons. All right, so search day. These were sometimes funny too.
Oh yeah, the thoughts of the day, like
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
Is it for the day? Kindle's like, what are you talking about of the day?
Thought for the day. Yeah.
Thought for the day. Okay. I was going thought of the day.
No, it is thought of the day according to the short story. Thought of the day. Oblivion waits us all.
In the book, it's thought for the day.
Oh, okay, so it changes. Yeah.
Yeah. A small mind is easily filled with faith.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Thought for the day. Faithful suffer in silence.
All right. So we've got the final timestamp in the epilogue.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Write this down.
Uh-huh.
Date check 2986.
2986.
876.
876 M
M41.
M41. Okay. So the year is 876. The check number is 2. We can ignore the first number. The first number doesn't matter. That makes the year fraction 986. Okay. So
Okay. And then the first one.
Yep.
Thought for the day. The means to enact the emperor's will never requires justification. Cool, guys. 367.
367.
787.
787.
5.
5.m41.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that is most of a year later.
Yeah.
That is actually more than a year later. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
Because the 876 is the year. The last 3 digits of the year. So M41 works like a millennium, where the 41st millennium works like our century. That makes the next lot of 3 digits, the 677. That's the year fraction. So you take all the time in a year and break it down into 0 to 100, right? As like a represent. So each one, I think, represents something like 13 hours or something is how that works out. It's been a while since I did the math. And the first one is the check number. So that's like how many warp stages away was it from Terra, basically. Like how sure they are. So all the time is Terran standard. And if you're on Terra and you know what the date is, you put a 0. And then when a missive gets cyclically sent out, if the first place from Terra goes, oh, the date on Terra is this, and it updates. And when it sends something even further out, they put a check number to 2 because it's 2 steps from Terra, and then they know what the date is. But basically, the further you out you go, the higher that number gets, and the less reliable. That's what the actual date is. It's just what they think the date is, because warp communication is fuckery. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yep. As always. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. But yeah, so the fact that it goes from 875 M41 to 876 means
that's almost too much time, right?
Well, that's from the start of the book, right? That's the first one.
Well, but the start of the book is him getting.
Yeah, that's the Night Lord showing up on the ship, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is suspicious. Maybe there's a mistake.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the
anyway,
the same Inquisitor or the same guy in the short story that I've got here was active 200 years ago. That's when the Reaper Prime, this Bale Shah guy, gets like kidnapped as a child.
Yeah.
So he's 200 years old, and that makes sense. But so is the Inquisitor then, which is fine. Inquisitors can live that long, but
True.
yeah, that's neat.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, what I mean.
Another thing I liked in the book is, so the first thing the Night Lords do is they hijack an incoming prisoner ship that's coming to the penal world.
Right.
They take it, they do a lot of ritualistic sacrifice, they torture, yada, 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 they skin people. Night Lords doing Night Lord things.
Yep.
And they spare one of the crew member, or one of the arbitrators who's on the ship, Rannick.
Right. Yeah.
And they send her to the planet in a savior pod.
Yep.
And she's like, why am I alive? Why did they not kill me? Why did they not skin me like everybody else? And she's like, I'm not going to think about that. And I'm like, you should really be thinking about that.
Not only that, she doesn't know what they are. She's like, they were just giant monsters. Like, who are these? Like, I would have, like, if I didn't know any better, I would have said that they were, like, twisted versions of the Emperor's Angels. And then she gets rescued from the forest out of the savior pod, and like, Mom, how did you survive? And she's like, that's top secret. If I think you need to know, I'll let you know, but I'm just not gonna tell anyone that I was saved by monsters.
Yeah. Well, spared by monsters, not saved, because everyone else died. Well, yeah. And so then it turns out that they like implanted a memory in her to like try to lure the Carcharodons that they know are around into a trap, basically. And I was like, holy smokes. Like, if this works, I'm going to be very upset at somebody. But then immediately she's like, hey, I have this weird memory that came out of nowhere about a secret passageway into where the bad guys are. And the Carcharodon psyker's like, hang on a second. He goes, doink, and he goes, yeah, it's a trap. And I was like, hooray. They're not stupid. We win. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
But then this happens like 3 times. Like, the Carcharodons are like, the Night Lords have set a trap for us. What do we do? I guess go into the trap and just try to make the best of it. They do it every time.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they're waiting for us. Yeah, but probably survive.
That'll be fine.
Is this how you guys do things? Oh my gosh, so funny. They're like, yeah, this poor arbitrator has had her mind screwed with to lay us into a trap. What do we do? Let's follow where she wants to take us. It'll work out. It's like,
will it though?
All right. Well, it does for the most part.
For the most
part. A lot of Carcharodons certainly die in this book. Many Carcharodons die.
Yeah.
To the point that I'm like, do you think they got enough?
So that is interesting. I did find a Reddit thread that was like, hey, they said that they were coming into this with like barely 80 Marines, right? And that they got away with... Yeah.
Like, not all Carcharodons everywhere. This is just one splinter, right?
This company. So a company is roughly 100 Marines out of the standard codex of 1,000, right? So there's 10 companies. Right.
So they have 80. Okay.
Yeah. And that they lose about half their forces, so they're down to 40, but they leave with 3 dozen, is what they say, potential aspirants. Like, that's the useful numbers. So that net loss of 4.
Yeah. Even if they get a bunch of actual legitimate aspirants who become Space Marines, because they're talking about these prisoners like they are starved to death, they are worked to the bone, their average lifespan's like 24. Like,
yeah,
somebody says this is like worse. This is the worst conditions, worst lifespans I've seen. What do they compare it to? To like even soldiers on a battlefield, right?
They compare it, I think, to the. I think one of the Space Marines asks Rannick, like, what's your average life expectancy? She's like 90 months, right? Something like 9 to 12 months or something, right? And he goes, whoa, that's even worse than the slaves on our slave decks having kids. It's worse than them.
Right, right.
Yeah. And like they don't care. They can't even tell humans apart, let alone give a shit about them. Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, is okay to become a space marine? Is it just genetics? Just like if you've got good enough genes and a good enough build, they can implant you with a couple extra organs, and now you're a space marine.
So it's an interesting thing.
Do you have to be healthy? Like, you know
No,
what I mean?
you don't really have to be healthy. Like,
Okay.
an apothecary can basically fix basically anything. I don't think it's magic. But there is, like, so the Grey Knights, they make their aspirants walk barefoot across, like, a frozen tundra to, like, their, fortress or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, they don't give them cloaks and stuff. So they lose limbs to frostbite and stuff. And they're just like, okay, grow another one, you know? Or
Yeah,
give
but I
them a
mean, there's
cybernetic.
like you lost a limb to frostbite versus you have been malnourished for the last 5 years, and you know what I mean.
Right.
You've got
Okay.
30
Okay.
different diseases ravaging your body.
So Ravenor picks up that kid Zale, who's like doing a bunch of space crack,
Yeah.
and he's like living off that for years, and thinks he's like, oh, I'm 16, like close to 11, kid, right? And he gives them to the Grey Knights, and the Grey Knights are like, yeah, that's fine, no worries.
Okay. Good enough. As long as you're breathing, they'll take you.
So what I will say is they do put aspirants through a lot of like ritual tests. Like Space Marines might be like, all right, kids, have a little battle royale, kill each other. Whoever wins gets the right to be implanted. And then
Right.
they do the genetic testing to see if you're compatible.
Uh-huh.
Because you do need to be
Awesome.
compatible.
Right.
Yeah. So it is a little bit of genetics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is like the worst possible stock to try to get new Space Marines from, but if this works, anything works, man.
So I think
Yeah.
one of the points of the books is that the Carcharodons are like slowly bleeding out. That like they came here looking for a tithe, and then like, oh shit, there's Night Lords here too. We've got to kill some of those while we're here because they're Night Lords, you know.
Yep.
And that this one just didn't work out, but maybe others go better. I think it's like whether or not this was worth it. Very much a point of the book.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's interesting. Because I just kept thinking, I'm like, at some point, just like, go see how things are going. I mean, stick your nose out, make contact with somebody in the Imperium who knows maybe who you are. I mean, it just seems like a really, really tough existence out there.
Oh sure, yeah,
And I mean, I get they're proud of it, right?
kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so they were in the Badab War. It is possible that one of the last times that they were. Oh, here we go. So I got a photo that I'm looking at. It wasn't the salamanders. It was the space sharks. It was these guys.
What's the space sharks?
In their camouflage variation. So I put
The
that-
guys that hunt out in the voids of space? Those guys?
Yeah. See, they have their camo variation where they're bright orange with black stripes. So
Amazing.
okay, but they were part of the Badab War, which is like a bunch of Space Marines were like, what if we just controlled this little sector? We could do the job way better than the humans. And then their chapter master was like really good at doing stuff. And everything was going great. And they're like, hey, Terra, could we have some more resources for a crusade? We could push into like what's called the Maelstrom Zone. And we could secure new planets. Like new planets for the Imperium. That would be great. And they were like, no, we don't think so. Like, your job is to defend that sector, not to expand it. And he got a little upset that he, like, in protest, he did a thing based off a legal case. Like, the Ultramarines were like, the Ultramarines don't need to pay their tithes, but they do because they're, you know, keeners who want the extra credit, right?
Yeah.
But technically, from a legal foundation, Space Marines are empowered to do whatever they can to defend the Imperium. And that includes withholding tithes. So that's what they did. And so it turns out the neighboring sectors who depended on that tithe to fill their quotas couldn't, and so they went to
Right.
the Imperium had a little civil war over it, and the Carcharodons took part,
Huh.
because every chapter like knows other chapters and owes them death oaths and stuff, like we saw with Uriel Ventures.
Right.
And so it's possible that they maybe just stay away because they're gonna get caught up in needless politicking or civil wars that they just don't want to do. They want to focus on actual threats from the outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's much politics. They're just out there surviving and murdering Xenos and Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this book has a couple of references to Tyberos in it, who is their chapter master. And I'm just hoping he turns up in the next book because I want a reason to talk about him. He's cool. He's got like a really cool set of weapons, but I know we are running out of time. So the next book is The Outer Dark, I believe. Carcharodons, The Outer Dark.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it.
Alrighty.
Outer Dark.
Let's
We'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. It's not an omnibus. I'm just used to if we're doing multiple books, it's usually in an omnibus, but this one, it's just a book.
Honestly.
And then I was.
Yeah. There might be an omnibus like coming, because I said last week, oh, they've only got 2 of the books on Audible, but it's only 2 of the books were like properly credited in the series. The third one is on there and came out a few months ago. So that means there's probably an omnibus coming if they've already got all 3 ready. Like, this is kind of the thing they do.
Right.
Yeah. It's just
makes sense.
It's just the third book came out in June this year, so they're probably waiting next year. It's unfortunate that it's on the wheel and that's how it's got to be, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, from a Kindle perspective, I was used to it just being like a giant 1,000-page book.
Yeah.
And I got through this one, and then Kindle's like, you already have the next book in this series. Do you want to read it now? And I'm like, that's very nice of you, Kindle. Thank you. Yeah. Just a different experience.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's going to be it from us then. Thanks for hanging out for another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour, streamed live here on twitch.tv/Somicron every week. You can come check it out. You can sub here and gift subs and cheer bits and fun stuff like that. You can also find the VODs. They get exported to youtube.com/@Somicron pretty much immediately after the pod finishes here on Twitch. So if you're more of a YouTube person for VODs, that's good for you. You can support the podcast at patreon.com/Somicron, and you can buy merch at falconpaladin.store. So, again, thanks for being here. Got more Warhammer for you next week. Maybe some StarCraft 2 news. Who knows what the future will hold. And yeah, appreciate you being here. Thanks, Ultra. Appreciate the GG and the support. And we'll catch you in a week. Bye.